Who has 2 thumbs and hasn't slept in 24 hours? This guy. This video is going to be so shit. So, like everyone else last night, I watched the Series 9 trailer, and apart from some classic Daleks and some really nice cinematography, am I the only one that's just really not interested anymore? I mean, even when the first trailer came out for Series 9, I was watching that going, meh? I don't know why I'm feeling so uninterested in Doctor Who at the moment. I mean, especially considering Series 8 was a massive step in the right direction. We had dark stories, a much more serious and classic feeling Doctor, and just really good stories like Flatline and Robots of Sherwood. But that's the thing I'm realising. Even when it's at its very best, at its very Day of the Doctor best, Doctor Who is still fucking shit. And I know what you're thinking, oh, it's just you being a classic fanboy and hating the new series. Here's the thing though. Back when Doctor Who first started, there was nothing else like it on TV. It was episodic science fiction serials with a heavy focus on telling the story rather than focusing on the characters, which, when it did, it was very subtle and in the background rather than being the main focus, which was the science fiction story and the adventure. New Who, however, likes to link all the stories together into one series-long arc, and also there is a much heavier focus on the characters and their feelings, emotions, and even giving the characters their own story arcs. This, however, isn't that unique nowadays, and in fact hasn't been for several years. So much so that when Russell T Davies was planning on reviving Doctor Who, he actually apparently took a lot of inspiration from a different American TV show. And this is the source of all of my problems. This is why I am so depressed about Doctor Who nowadays. Because Buffy the Vampire Slayer is better than New Who in every single way. Buffy, like New Who, is a character-driven series, but unlike Doctor Who, Buffy's characters feel real and genuine. In Doctor Who, especially nowadays, all of the characters feel like cardboard cutouts or crude pencil drawings, who have no motivation other than just to further the plot along, or to make crude sex jokes, or to just try and make you feel emotions for them, just by using tired old cliches. The characters in Buffy are so real they are practically tangible. Every single word that trickles from their lips feels like genuine and their own words, rather than just the words of the writer crammed down their throat. The genius of the writing ensures you will fall in love with the main cast. You have no choice in this matter. Hell, you'll even start loving the villains you originally meant to hate. I'm looking at you, Spike. With the exception of the Doctor, very rarely Clara, and maybe the Victorian gang, I can't bond with the characters in New Who anymore. They just feel like they're there for the plot's sake, rather than being characters. Characters should feel alive and genuine to you, rather than just sort of being there to push along the very weak sci-fi plot that's there. I mean, fuck me, the vampires feel more like real people than Danny Pink does. Another problem with Doctor Who is it's a lottery. With Buffy, I very rarely found a bad episode, and even when I did, I just guess I must not have noticed, because I had so much fun watching the main characters play off each other and interact. With Doctor Who, you can have a fantastic episode one week, like Mummy on the Orient Express, and then suddenly next week it's fucking Love and Monsters or some shit like that. This wouldn't be so bad if the characters were interesting, but they're not. The side characters in Doctor Who are usually atrocious, and the main cast, the interactions just feel really forced, and it's not natural. That's the main problem with Doctor Who. It doesn't feel natural anymore. I know this is weird saying it's a fucking sci-fi show of a guy flying in a police box, but the characters have to feel real. Oh, I fucking went ranty there and I liked that shit. Oh, ah. There's a lot more I could go on about, such as how Buffy's arcs, both story and character-wise, link together usually pretty well, whereas with Doctor Who it's very clunky. I mean, like the Impossible Girl stuff, or who blew up the TARDIS, which, did they even get resolved? I can't remember. Or how Doctor Who usually takes itself way too seriously, whereas Buffy's like, fuck it, let's do a musical episode. At the end of the day though, this isn't going to change my opinion. I still adore Doctor Who. It's still my favourite show, and I'm going to watch Series 9 religiously. But I do genuinely believe Doctor Who really needs a fresh start, and it needs to be fixed. To be honest, I'm more looking forward to Ash vs Evil Dead. Right, now that that's done, I'm going to watch more Buffy. But I think an outfit change might be in order first. There. That's more like it. Shit.